Alright. So we should probably tune it back down to Covenant rank 17. Should we be playing at High Covenant? I think we should. I think we should. Arrow Blankfield, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription as well. Good lord. We've only just started. Enjoy emotes and chat, and welcome to the Republic. How frequently does Rhapsody do the stream? Usually every day-ish. There's a thing below the stream that'll actually tell you the stream schedule in your own time zone as well. It's just been a little more temperamental recently, as you might expect. Emmy, congratulations! Emmy got a new job yesterday. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Twitch tier 1 subscription. Says, hey Raps, I just got a new job yesterday. Thanks so much for keeping me and Ben more company over the past several difficult months. And then a Raps hard emote. Right back at you. The Raps hard emote, that is. Congratulations on getting the new job, by the way. That's incredible. Alright. We have 2 drafts, 2 horn breaks, and an Inferno. I like it. I like it a lot so far. What we're gonna want with this, I like holdover on Inferno. I like using Inferno to clear all of your stuff. The only thing is then you need to find a way to scale, and if you're not scaling off of slaying your enemies with the Hornbreaker Prince or something like that, you better hope that you have like a very powerful minion or something in your deck that you need to set up. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot, and whenever you play a unit, a random card in your hand is reduced to 0 cost for the turn. The card reduction, like if we made this a reform build as well, the card reduction would actually mean that we never need energy. Alright, I'm gonna go with the Flicker's Liquor. I'm gonna look for a reform. But who should slay? Got Brawler and Reaper. We have no buffs so far for the Brawler. Reaper, we have a lot of spells to set targets down, but the thing is, like, if we do use Inferno... No, but we're not going to use Inferno specifically as a core strat. Yeah, let's use the Reaper. Think it'll have to be this. Hey, Raging Dragon, thank you very much for the 195 bits. Much appreciated. Says Train. Train right back at you. Start a battle, enemy units appear on each floor. We have so many spells in the deck that I don't think that's a problem. It really ought not be. Oh, I drew 2 dead weights in the opening hand? That's so rude. I think I can get away with this. I really hope I can get away with this, because if I can't play this minion, life is real bad for us. You die. You go down as well. I'll use the torch to get the money because, like, these, if they go to the top, they only deal 1 damage. It's just I save a drag if I do that on that line right there. I got you, Dash. I'm way ahead. Alright. Gain. Then should I thin down the next line? Probably a little. Okay, let's throw 2 dregs on the bottom line and keep the drafts, I guess. Alright. I'm thinking Inferno on the bottom line. Yeah. Because if we just draw Inferno again anytime soon... Hang on, can we use... Yeah, we can sack this instead. If we just draw Inferno again anytime soon... We've got the kill, and we're at the bottom of our deck. But also, we can draw basically any of the defensive units that I would have otherwise played that turn. Because again, we're at the bottom of the deck. Inferno? Rude. Still got enough for the kills. Alright, so we took 10 damage there in order to get 75 gold. it's okay. Raging Dragon gave a gift of a tier 1 sub to Dash. Dash, enjoy emotes in chat, and I'm gonna say welcome back to the Republic. As a broader thing, knowing that you've been around for quite some time. Having a ritual of battle and having things actually be cost reduced by the Flicker's Liquor would be nice. And Raging Dragon also gave a gift of a tier 1 sub to the community to Gugaf96. Gugaf96 and Jerry Modes in chat and welcome to the Republic, as well as thank you, Raging Dragon, for the gift subs. Sal, what's up? You've been rich with the raid. How was the stream? How'd you go? I'm gonna guess that you did the daily, and the daily was. I'm gonna guess you came second. I can't just always guess first. That is a good point, actually. Are imps even viable? But more like getting the imp in a box out and then using that as fuel for Flicker's Liquor. I could see that. Yeah, let's take imp in a box. Then we have Wicklash as well as Entombed Explosive. I don't want any of them. I'm looking for reform. I'm gonna keep throwing myself against the wall of trying to make a reform build until it works. Dang it. I could see going for a Hellhorn banner here as well as upgrades for the Inferno, looking for holdover or something of some such. But I also need a frontline unit to stand in front of the Hornbreaker right now. And getting that plus upgrades would be nice. So in Hellhorn, I'd be looking for Steelworker, Rail Beater, Alpha Friends, but I'd need to start healing it at some point. Came 17th actually, but you managed to get the final Steve achievement you were missing? Hell yes! Well done. Very well done. Check the Merchant of Steel first. Then... I could make that Wickless Tycoon my tank unit in front of the Hornbreaker, just based off of the upgrades that we saw in the store. We can give it plus 25, and we can even give it plus 5, plus 10. Rhapsody, what time is it for you now? 8:32 in the morning. I started a little late today. Enforcer with drafts is also juicy. I agree. I agree. Can we use drafts as like a frontline unit? Sorry, can we use the Paraffin as a frontline unit though? Because it'd want to be a frontline unit so that it strikes and gives the benefit to its burnout units before they strike. But in that circumstance, it's going to need a bunch of health upgrades so that it can stand in the front line. But then also, how am I going to keep the burnout units behind alive? Really needs quick. A quick backline. I like it. I like it. Hey, Delatroxon. I don't know if you remember me. I do. But I'm here to thank you for your 3 years of amazing content and relaxing time to keep up on promise. Well, thanks so much for keeping your promise. I may not remember the promise, but I do remember you, Delatroxon, actually quite well. Alright. I'm gonna go with the Wickless Tycoon. I'm gonna try and see if this actually ends up just paying off. What if... Crazy play here. But what if I gave it endless? So I gave it the health so it can survive waves, and then I gave it endless so that it will have infinite health. I just have to replay it occasionally. Does it have enough HP for a boss though? See, my whole goal is that the Hornbreaker Prince will scale high enough that it won't really need to be that... Delatroxon. Thank you very much for the 10,000 bits. Good lord. That's extremely, extremely generous and kind of you, Delatroxon. Thank you so much. Wow. Good lord. Thank you. That's kind of overwhelming. And incredibly much appreciated. I don't know, I'm split between them. Split between them. Endless doesn't work well with it? Wait, Endless on... Are you talking about the Wickless or are you talking about the other one? Anonymous Shiro, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. I mean, you know what? Screw it. I never take Endless on almost anything. It's 25% of my saves on you for not getting Netflix for the last 3 years. Oh. I don't even create original stand-up comedy content. It's actually closest thing to what Netflix does that I do. I'm very honored. Thank you. So I keep looking at the camera because I'm like, make eye contact with the camera, but then I make eye contact with the name when I'm trying to talk to the person, which is off in that direction. No, I'm sitting down, Bent. I'm sitting down. Also, I feel like I have kind of like 2 content creation moods, and one of them, I think one of them, it would be fair to say, is kind of funny. But then there's a completely different mood of just doing, just kind of procedurally going through things. Gotta figure out how to take that out. Yeah, I want these 2 to actually come up so that I can get the Hornbreaker Prince. You don't want to teleport them. And then all 3 of you go up. Yeah, I'm actually not even going to do anything else there. Stone Steel Slays. Hey, 100% right, Sal. That's exactly what I was trying to consider right there. Okay, so that's 1. Set up a drag on a bottom line, we'll be fine. Hi Raps, first time on your stream, but I'm following your Covenant Climb on YouTube. However, there are never enough videos. Any other great monster trained YouTubers you can recommend? Yep. I would recommend Wonderbots, and Retromation actually just ended his, I don't know if he ended his series on it. I'm just gonna put the 2 names in there. I don't know if he necessarily ended his series on it, but I don't think any more is currently being made. I would recommend each of those. And Sal, yeah, I actually watched one of Sal's videos yesterday. The most recent daily. Sorry, the Hell Rush that White Scourge was in. Feels like this one's probably just molting. Sorry, what does Harvest do? Harvest is the unique trigger that happens anytime a unit on that floor dies. Yeah, unfortunately, High Priest to the Light has sweep. The Hornbreaker Prince is just gonna die instantly. Wang. Although I'm only gonna take... Yeah, I'm only gonna take, what, 18 damage here? Is Invicta also NL? I know Christopher Odd's covering it as well. I haven't had much time to watch many other people's series of the game at the moment, unfortunately, though. I might want to take something like a Fortify, literally just to give the Hornbreaker Prince some armor. So that I'm set up better against sweeps. And I'll pass on these. Railbeater, Horned Warrior, and Paraffin Enforcer. We already went for a different option for our tank. We have no Ascends in the deck yet. Do I want to start running a second floor? What does stealth do? It means that your opponents skip a round of combat. They just don't get you. I feel like an idiot asking a question every second. No, please do. It doesn't just help me clarify it for you, but it also helps me clarify it for the other people that might not necessarily ask the question, but were thinking it. Rail beater in front of a Hornbreaker is nice at the start, but then becomes bad at the end because you're knocking away the big units and then killing small weenie units with a Hornbreaker, and eventually it needs to be killing bigger units. I don't know if I want any of these. Oh, if any of you are looking for good MT content on YouTube, I can highly recommend SD89's Hell Rush tournament. I've seen SD89's name around a fair few times so far, or recently. But I've never actually directly interacted with them. I know they responded to my Twitch, my Twitter post about becoming a Twitch partner, and I was like, wait, how do you know who I am? Horned Warrior for second floor? Who protects it is the thing, though. Who protects the Horned Warrior, right? Who guards the... Who wars the warrior? Chumps? I hate chump blocking. I hate it so much. Yikes. I actually don't like any of these enough to go for the dupe. Is your YouTube videos of the streams behind? Weren't you still doing Covenant 11 for the latest video? I've been climbing Covenants on the YouTube videos quite quickly recently, and the last stream was 6, 7 days ago now? 6 days, maybe? Been a pretty wild time. 5 days, actually, I think it was. Ooh, Permafrost the Inferno. Hold it for the right time. Gotta love that. SC's a roguelike indie streamer playing similar games to you and Rito, and currently are playing a lot of MT. Yeah, I've just been noticing them around in that way. It's weird. I have no interaction with them though. Not yet, at least. Rage plus drafts. I like that. The only problem is their burnout timer. I'm gonna need to find a way to extend that significantly. If I find like here the Lady of the Remnant or something, but I don't, that would have been a way to contribute to it, unfortunately. But this isn't gonna do it. Okay, -1 to the cost. I'm thinking I probably just... Wait, hang on. Rectus Flicker reduces 0 for the turn. Right, okay, so I would still have to be able to play it. I'll make a Hornbreak cost 0 and then reroll, I think. I don't hate putting Holdover on the Fortify here. Gives me the ability to make the Hornbreaker much more resilient to spikes as well, so that I can start taking out spikes challenges, because oftentimes I'll set up on the top floor. Also opens me up to putting a double stack onto it later, gives me a really good double stack target. Isn't it a bit weak though? The thing is, the Melting Remnant and the Hellhorned both have no... Well, Melting Remnant has a little bit of access to healing in the Restoring Cleanse, but both of them have a lot of difficulty healing, so armor is suddenly more important than it usually would be in any other clan combination. And specifically being able to make sure that the Hornbreaker stays alive through spikes and sweeps is really important as well. Damn, wish you could hold over Inferno just to destroy the bottom floor. I love hold over Inferno, and I wanted to get that earlier. If I had have re-rolled first, I probably would have gone hold over Inferno here. But then the only problem becomes, if I don't get slays on the Hornbreaker Prince, because I'm using hold over Inferno consistently to clear the bottom line, I'm really good against the normal enemies, but I'm bad against the bosses. I'll set with more draw. Do these clans have draw? No. There's not much draw in either of them that I can think of. I'm gonna give it the holdover. I always take that option. Maybe I should... I should probably be thinking about that a little more. Peter, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic. Infinite Box and Inferno, it's going so bad. I mean, we do have two really good cards. Although, yeah, Infinite Box, I constantly change my mind on Infinite Box as to whether or not it's good or eh. I currently feel like it's because I feel like I anchored back when it was your debuff is okay, yeah, temp the strength unit's fine. I feel like I anchored my value of it back when imps cost 1, but now they cost, sorry, back when imps cost 0, but now they cost 1. Life's hard? Oh, it's fine. I'm gonna be killing the frontliner. Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 torches here. It's okay. Hopefully we don't end up Daedalus. Yeah, Daedalus has been really mean to me recently. It's not like it's Daedalus's fault. It is their job. It's just like, do you have to take so much glee in it? I also I cannot believe that I uploaded that episode with the wrong name. Like, I knew I was gonna call it Daedalus the whole time that I was recording it. When I uploaded it with some other name. Ugh. Ryan, get it together. Okay, another one down here on the bottom line. The front liner, we want to take out the front liner, so the back liner is going to be the one that gets laid up here. Infinite Box is an no-card card, but its power depends a lot on the deck. What would you say are like some of the primary Swing for the Moon, was it? Yeah, it was. It was. It's a reference to the hidden track on a Watsky album, which. It's a bit too much. It's a bit too niche. A lot of my titles are very niche references to things that I'm like, if anyone gets this, I'm just gonna be really impressed. All right. Oh, if I could have done 2 more damage here, we would have been great. Could have had it killed by the Wickless, and then the Hornbreaker goes to the next one. I mean, I can't do that with the Dreg. Yeah, because there'll be days being played here on the top floor. Oops. That's not where I was trying to play that one. That's fine. I'm just sacking these units. Jace, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription for the 3rd month in a row. Says, oh, Monster Train stream almost missed it because I was playing Monster Train. Monster Train is pretty good. Let's play some Monster Train. I couldn't agree more. Jace. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription, as well as More Than Awesome. Thank you very much for the Tier 1 subscription for the 3rd month in a row and 4 months total. Jeromo's in chat and welcome to the Republic. Or rather, welcome back. Okay. Let's go Fortify. I want to get a draft down here on the bottom line, because I know that makes the Inferno 0 cost. Why did I put the draft on the bottom line when I could have put it on the top line? Sorry, the top line, the mid line? Because I'm about to... Boom. I knew I was going to do that. I don't know why. Save the unit from that. Okay. I mean, you do 1 damage to the front enemy unit, so may as well kill you there. Great. Plus it's another Harvest trigger. Awesome. Cut straight through. Dearsmore 88, thank you very much for the 2 Prime subscription, bud. Whoop. That's out of coffee. Alright. It's gonna be a good day today. I have my recording for, we're going 1 hot time, especially because we can make it 0 cost. 100% there, that's too easy. None of these though. Probably draw, especially because we have the dregs in the deck at the moment. They just act as like energy for all of the rest of our expensive cards, so more draw. Makes our first cycle way better. Yeah, I've got my recording for Ladder Streak after this. Super excited. Came over from Sailing Stream and enjoyed the stream enough to say hi. Hi, Mystery Machine. Thanks for coming along. We're in the middle of a pretty good sleigh setup run. Having One Horn's Tome here makes me feel a lot better. I'd feel a lot better again, though, if I could get another health on the Wickless Tycoon. So specifically getting the event that gives you Heartstone or Heartless or the Pyre Blood one. I'd like to get a Heartstone there. Did you get the Historian that gives you a clan book? No. Not recently, I don't think. Lucky you with the one time with Teak, really loving that series. I have been very, very overwhelmed by how many people have said similar sentiments. It's been lovely. The reception has kind of been like a cloud upon which to float. All right. Okay. We'll imps. We'll do some imps. So if I cut 2 torches from this, we already have an Inferno and 2 Hornbreaks, so the balance of the deck is kind of reasonably maintained here. The reason to get rid of the Train Stewards here would be that I've got a lot, like they take 2 capacity each, and I didn't take the capacity gem there, so I've only got, you know, 1 capacity on the top floor that's free, then 5 capacity on the next 2 floors. And the 5 capacity on the next 2 floors is going to pretty quickly fill up with imps. Happy belated partnership, Rap. Sorry for the lateness. It's completely fine, VC. Thank you. I still plan to at some point do a celebration stream for it, but it's not really feeling like a super celebratory time recently. I already have the ability to give you multi-strike. I want to give you like initial higher stats, because I want you to be able to more easily cut. No, but the thing is, this is initial higher stats as well. It's 50 damage either way. On the Monster Train subreddit, there was a conversation thread. RE Shadeslitter being the only starter card that doesn't significantly interact with the shock upgrades. Can't be stacked, doesn't consume, doesn't have magic power. I suggested a unique Umbra magic shop upgrade. See Incant Armor 1 upgrade for Remnant. Spelling armor correctly as well, by the way, I like that. And minions summoned by this card gain +5/+5 to make them more resilient to sweep. What are your thoughts on something like that? It might make them too powerful. Because putting that on, like, you know, Packed Morsels, Grovel, Damage, Gem Trove, things like that. Like, that's +15/+15 on that floor. This will also give it some armor by base. So even if I have a sweeper, and you know what, I've got a 27 card deck and I draw 6 cards a turn. So it's 4 turns, 5 turns until I've seen my whole deck. So this means that even if there are sweepers and spikes, I have 10 armor already to rely on. 1 turn, after which they'll get eaten. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. As with many proposed changes to the game, I would like to play with them before I have really like any opinion on them at all. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's fine. We only have 1 kill floor. The only problem is our top floor is going to be... we're going to need to get the multi-striker out real early. So... 3 rage, so lose 1, lose 2, so they'll have 1 rage by the time they get to the top floor. But it gives me the ability to play out another imp. Imp plus kill my own imp. I want to do that. I'm also looking at a play where I kill the Quill Marksman and then use these dregs to take out the armor, the clipped reflector gain, so it comes up only with 80. And then leaving the fledgling imp there for the moment. There's a chance you get Inferno imp. There's a chance. No, I'm gonna go with this. Hello, welder. So you'll take 5, and then 27 by 2. 27 by 2 is 54, 59. So we can't kill the clipped reflector yet. This is what I was worried about, that I would need to get to One Horn's Tome before I could actually significantly interact with the board. And none of these units kill, so they don't really do anything. I don't think there is much that I can do here. I think the best thing I might be able to do right now is to set myself up for a different imp next turn. So I'm going to torch you, play an imp. I'm going to kill that imp. Do I want to play a draft on the top line just to get it to die? Sure. It'll burn out this turn. I just get the daze trigger off of it. Okay. The order in which we have to play this hand... So the 3 rage, pop the 3 rage on the field. We get 6 extra damage from the frontliner, 18 extra damage total. That's enough to kill. That's enough to kill. The only thing is I've got the One Horn's Tome in hand and I'm still looking how to trigger that. So let's torch you. I don't want to put the Fortify on this floor because I don't want to do the incant trigger. Kind of just throwing out abilities right now. And you go there. That's not our kill. It's actually short. None of the spells would have helped here because they would have triggered the incant. Obviously, I was hoping that we were going to hit One Horn's Tome there and then place the One Horn's Tome and then go for the kill, but alas. That's not how it went down. That's really unfortunate for us. We now have a whole nother cycle before we can get back to the One Horn's Tome. I can't believe we got it in a hand with all, like, minion, double minion, minion, generated, minion, the previous hand, spell, and then just the minion that got generated from the relic. Real dang hours right there. All right. I'm pretty worried about this. The Clipped Guardian is about to give us absolute hell. Ugh. Yeah, I think we just lost to this. Yeah, this one's not a win. Hello, One Horn's Tome. If you can be summoned right now, One Horn's Tome, if you work, we live. If you don't, we will lose. You ready, One Horn's Tome? Because I'm not. Okay, so the fledgling imp was enough, but it downgraded the cost of the ember. Still very technically alive. Let's fortify you. Torch that. Transcend him. Actually doing more damage with this floor than I am if I pop out an Inferno here, so I'm just gonna let that happen. Alright, never mind, we lived. That Inferno was still 0 cost? Flicker's Liquor reduced it last turn, it was still 0 cost that turn? Huh. Friendly units gain +2 on kill, thank you. A little bit extra for us. Spike of the Hellhorn. We can get a ridiculous amount of energy on a turn with this. Permafrost? Yeah, but the thing is, it says reduce to 0 for the turn, not reduce to 0 until played. If it's frozen, it keeps the cost. That's a known bug, though. Alright, cool. That'll be fixed at some point. Or it's a feature. If it's a feature, then this needs to say reduce to 0 until played. Or reduce to 0 until leaves the hand, even. I think Spike of the Hellhorn is fine here. Gives us the ability to buff the Hornbreaker Prince even without being able to get rages yet. Intent on death. Do I have any X? No, no extinguishers. Memories of the Melted. We will have actually like a lot of stuff from Memories of the Melted. A lot of energy. We are putting too much energy gain in this deck, I think. Yeah, we just got the Excavated Ember as well. The deck has too much energy. It's actually like way beyond what we need. So dupe something in the deck. Obviously, like duping an Excavated Ember is pretty ridiculous at this point. Duping a One-Horn's Tome is also really good with the amount of energy gain that we have in this deck. I could see duping a One-Horn's Tome, gaining an artifact, and just, you know, Conceal Cavern. I missed out on the 20 health from over there, but who needs it? I'm never getting hit again. When a friendly unit dies, enhance it with +10. Okay, so we're gonna have a very powerful graveyard. What do calcified embers do? They... Hellhorn consumable card. Umbra consumable card could give me space on the top floor for more imps. Could also give me morsels that I don't really care about, because I wouldn't be able to play many of them on the same turn. But more morsels dying is actually also good for the sake of the Memories of the Melted. It's just +3 power on that. Okay. Got the one I was looking for there. Yeah, the Calcified Ember is the event card. We got it upgraded into the Excavated Ember by holding it for 2 different battles. And now it just consumes and gives us energy. Morsels wouldn't be terrible. They also trigger Liquor. It's just I wonder what hand is going to have Morsels as well as a bunch of expensive cards that I want to play. But I guess that could happen later on, especially with the One-Horn's Tome we're about to dupe. Dupe, dupe, dupe. Get duped. LeBron Co. James. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic. Non-boss enemies enter with spikes 4. We've been preparing for this the whole time. I think I got it. I think that's a pass. Oh, whoops. I accidentally clicked it. 50% of them will be purging their buffs, so they won't have armor. Hey. Do I want to... No, I can't set up on the bottom floor. But I really want the Wickless to start getting these off. You're very welcome. Had to stay awake till midnight, but well worth it. Good lord. Thank you very much for your dedication. Much appreciated. Ooh, I'm gonna try this one. Fitchy? Fitchy, enjoy emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. You can use Endless. Ah, I like it. I like it. All right. Got him. Hornbreaker go on the top floor. I could sack 2 units here on the bottom line as well, just 2 dregs. I think I do. Right, see maybe Ember first. Sure. Nope. I should have just left those to burn out, put them behind a Wickless Tycoon so I can get it dead. There's 1/1 Horn's Tome. That actually might be all I really want to do this turn. Take you out, summon some units in the midline. Tome. Perhaps you ever going to be a thin deck daddy in this game? I've done like a fair few thin deck daddy things in the beta series especially, but I think as with in STS, the Covenant Climb is not necessarily balanced around the idea of running thin. Said it was easier in this game. The thing is, you also need to pick up trash early to keep you alive. Like, if you see the right card early, yeah, you can go super thin. But you just can't do it, you know, repeatedly. A Tycoon needs to die. I'm thinking about what if I just have a frontliner of, like, whatever imps I cobble together on the top floor? I'm not, like, deathly worried about it. For exclusively that reason. I could even throw a train suit up there. Let's do that. Then I throw out these 2. Then I throw out the Giraffe. Okay, then I throw out Fledgling. And Tome. Didn't even know this game had infinites. It used to be way more achievable. Like, the infinites were... it was too easy. It was way too easy. So many of the Orkins cards that now say draw, draw +2 next turn, or draw an extra card next turn, used to say draw. Just do it. So you reduce those to 0 cost, you dupe them, you remove other cards from the deck until you only have those in your discard and draw piles, and then you just... You can use that to gain infinite energy, you can use that to do infinite rejuvenation triggers. It was too repeatable. Obviously, it would have also been ridiculous if you got to do it with the Stygians as well, because then infinite incant triggers. Alright. So this top floor, we're looking for an imp in a box to help out damage. There's the imp in a box that will help out damage. So 85 plus 50 is... You're like that from dead? Yeah, you're that from dead. Gotcha. Okay, now we lose our Wickless Tycoon. Unfortunately, we're not losing any of our top line units here. I'm going to torch my own imp there so that next turn I get the Wickless Tycoon back in my hand. I either get a torch or actually no, I get torch and Hornbreak from Herzl's compound. Then I can kill the Fledgling Imp and then I can put down my better unit on the top line. We fixed it. It was a bad move. Oh, the Harvest Trigger! Okay, is there anything I can do about that now? There might not be anything I can do against that. The dregs will all be dazed as they get played to the top line. Molting Imp gets played here. It doesn't even get the kill on the overcharged. These two together are already dealing the 26 to take care of the Clip Defender, so it's just all the damage from the Hornbreaker Prince on the back line. Yeah, this does nothing. Dang it! So I don't die here. I don't die. But, whew, we barely live. Can't believe I did that. All right, well, let's fix let's do it how we wanted to do it before. There we go. And then you can have your fortify. Play a draft down there on the bottom line. Wise Raps once told me the last hit point was the most important. Exactly. You remember when I said I was never getting a hit again? What I meant is I'm never getting hit again after the next time I get hit. I wasn't clear. It's my bad. But that is clearly what I meant, definitely, and certainly not me trying to save face. Oh, that looks good for us. Okay, hang on. This is Train Steward. Then it is here Jumper. Spike the Hellhorn, please. I'll Inferno that bottom line as well. Tall One, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits, as well as the subscription at tier 3 for the 2nd month. Enjoy remotes in chat and welcome to the Republic, or rather, welcome back to the Republic. Tall, thank you so much. What a great draw. This one? I would have liked melting Memories of the Remnant in the previous one as well. But, oh well, I guess I'll settle. So hard done by. Here. You need more X costs or conserve? Yeah. Oh, agreed. We have way too much. The Infused Mallet, with the amount of multi-strike I have in this deck, I imagine the Infused Mallet is actually bad for us. It will take so many Slay triggers from us. I want the money, I think, more than this. You can still go Infinite Cycle of Life. Cost reduced by a Pyre Glow, Rain Spike, plus Totem Health. Cycle of Life. Cost reduced by a Pyre Glow / Rain Spike, Totem of Health. Draw that plus a Frost Totem. Requires too much steps to be consistent. How is that infinite? Cycle of Life gives you... Oh, right, yeah, with the offering monument you're talking about. Right? Huh. But yeah, I'm taking the money. March of Shields, Impish Scholar, Enflame. Impish Scholar is actually really good here. It returns Excavated Ember. That's great. Returns Memories of the Melted. If I've already played Memories of the Melted, it's great. It returns Imber Box. It returns One Horn's Tome, and there's 2 of them. It's got a Spike of the Hellhorn and a Space Prism? Baby? It's also only gonna get better. Oh. I'm fine on these, actually. We've got way too much energy already. It's only gonna get better when I find the natural synergy piece for the deck that I'm currently running, which is obviously going to be found in this shop right now, and it's the Ashes of the Fallen. Ah. These are all weird ways to print Ashes of the Fallen. Find Scorching Restraints and then reroll. Do I need the Scorching Restraints? It is a decent amount of damage. It's a pretty decent amount of damage. What happened? Cards with Consume have a 50% chance of discarding instead. Is really good for us, but what happens to my good things? Let's get the Train Stewards out of here. What happened to my Ashes of the Fallen? I knew they were there. Am I not allowed to call my shots anymore? I'm gonna have to set up on lower floors here because of the Scourges. Torches need to go. Yes, they will. Okay. I kind of want to set up the Wickless Tycoon and Hornbreaker on the next floor. Maybe I just Molten Imp this bottom floor. No, but if I'm going to Molten Imp this bottom floor, why don't I just play the Wickless Tycoon and the Hornbreaker here anyway? That sounds a lot better. Sack the Molten Imp as well. Great. So now we get the Hornbreaker Slay already off. Okay. Excavated Ember, and we'll try and follow through. I mean, I could just use Torch. No, wait, I don't want to torch my own thing. Wait, I might want to torch my... No, I don't want to torch my own thing because it already dies. It's fine. Okay. Just Excav Ember. And now I need to try and play out enough things here to guarantee that I get a cost reduction on a One-Horn's Tome. In fact, I might even want to guarantee the cost reduction on both of them. I'm going to cast those. Then these two. One-Horn's Tome, One-Horn's Tome, Spike. Perhaps, damn it, I bought Monster Train. It's addicting. Almost missed the Zoom meeting for work after lunch. Tips for new players. I can't guess past Fell. Whew. Do you want to help me feel this one, Sal? Because I worry that I'm still stuck in so many of my new player traps that that I might not necessarily have a great answer for new player tips. I found it useful while getting to be more familiar with the game to kind of focus down a single line, focus down a single strategy. But I'm still trying to disabuse myself of that right now, so how much that's the way to go. Don't be afraid to invest early gold into an okay spell, minion, and lean on it. Yep. Oh, this is actually something that I found recently, Cyclone T-Wolf, is you have to have a plan for how you deal with being swept, for how you deal with sweeping your enemies, not necessarily sweeping, but reaching your backline targets of your enemies to be able to take them out early, especially Scourge Bringers and stuff like that. How you deal with enemies having spikes, how you deal with a lane that just has two big dudes, how you scale up your defense or your damage or both so that you can take out bosses. And if you think of all of these different things as you're going through and try and have a solution for each of them, like, oh, I don't want to take Glimmer here, but I have no way of killing backline units, and Glimmer does that, so maybe I take Glimmer here and just in case. You have the ability to kind of like address the things that you are likely to find problems in the run. The linking, unfortunately, is not necessarily something that's going to work in chat, so. Okay. Hang on. Hang on, let me see if there's anything I can do. How do you make someone a VIP? Does anyone who uses Twitch know how to VIP a person, please? Because I think that lets them then post links. Tell them they're very special. Very special. Twitch VIP badge. Running roles for your channel. Types of roles. Editing stream info. VIP. It doesn't tell how to do that. Slash VIP. Hey, that does work. There we go. All right, you might be able to play. You might be able to post the link now, Sam. First time for VIP? Yeah, that's the first time I've ever used that. I will endeavor to use it more in the future. The first time I use everything in Twitch is usually as a problem-solving thing. Hey, it works. Beautiful. All right. We've already got 3 slays lined up there on the bottom line. It's good enough. I might. No, I should probably hold on to Inferno rather than just casting it for no reason right now. But yes, the link Sal just posted is possibly the help that you might be looking for there. Cycling T-Wolf. I mean, I honestly think we're fine, and we just want the Wickless Tycoon to die at the right time. So if you're sending waves of 11 damage at him, maybe I start damaging my own Wickless Tycoon just so that I can get it more health in the reform later. No. It's just my armor is very late right now, so I'm worried about the Wickless Tycoon. I'm very worried about it. Question for Abs is, how much gold do you think the Wickless Tycoon has made you? I mean, it's making kind of 15 a round right now, so I'm gonna say not always 15 a round. I'm gonna say 10 a round, right? And then a battle is what? Between 5 and 10 rounds? And we've had them since the second floor. So I'm gonna average 8 rounds. 8 rounds, 10, 80 per 4 areas. 4 times 80 is 320. I'm gonna guess 320. That is with a lot of very rough numbers, but that's my guess. I'm drawing into my next deck in the next turn anyway. There we go. Sal just reposted it with the Thanatos' guide for intermediate players. Thanatos is a player I respect a lot. He's really good at the game. The guide explains a lot of the concepts you should be aware of if you want to improve in the game. And then a link to the Steam community page for it. Plural J, thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. Enjoy your moments in chat. Welcome to the Republic. Alright. Let's go for... Let's open the box at the absolute least. I'm just gonna make a whole Molting Imp floor right here. There we go. It's all Molting Imps. And what could be more molten than an Inferno? I'm just gonna deal 100 damage with that. That's good enough for me. The draft should have gone on the bottom line. Yeah, just to have it die. Great. Okay, so we get the Wickless Tycoon dead this round, and then I can start focusing on, or rather, I can resummon it next turn. That out as well. Anything else that I really need to do? Not so much. A draft down here literally just to have it die. No, it's gonna die after the Wickless Tycoon. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I just wanted to get dead. You out as well. It's a weird line to have to try and damage my own Wickless Tycoon for the removal, but I think it's right. I think it's definitely right, in fact. I also don't think I need more slays as much as I need to maintain the health on this Wickless Tycoon right now. So I think I'm gonna go, like, Pyre Chomper in the front line to take a hit. Clear you, clear you. I don't need more slays in the Hornbreaker. It's already scaled more than enough. Okay. This is just because I like keeping the lines clear. I shouldn't have, but... it's not going to make a difference and I like keeping the lines clear. Impish Scholar has some absolute heat that it can bring back. That's not one of them, but thanks for trying. Any of the rest of these need to be removed? Not really. I mean, if I do that, then just burn my own just for another harvest trigger. Multi-strike off again. There we go. Oh, yeah, gotta love how well this is gonna turn out. Okay, that there, and a Pyre Chomper there, and then Spike of the Hellhorn for a ridiculous amount of damage, and then I'm kidding. Oh. I love that now we actually have a reasonable amount of health again. Momentum Mori, Bounty Stalker, Waxing Spike, none of those really tickle my pickle. I'm not interested. Draw? I think it's draw, especially with the Excavated Embers in the deck. I could have gone for capacity, but honestly, like, with the only floor that we have being the bottom floor, I don't think I need it. Could have gotten 10 gold from playing the imps on the... Ah, damn it. You're right. Momentum Mori plus kill own imps is huge damage. Yes, but is it good? Is the thing. Is it something that I actually need? What would I dupe? Probably another One Horn's Tome, right? I also want the health. I think the higher initial now matters more. Because this can cut through a 95 health enemy and doesn't need that much buffing before it can cut through a 160. This also makes my future multi-strikes better, right? Yeah, we only need the one multi-strike now. Brawler 2 has better scaling, but Reap has better stats. Better start. Wait, you got one horn, so the largest slay bonus is better. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. So yeah, the start is what I'm worried about. Because by the end, we're already running out of control. So it's not a problem for us then. So here's a weird one. I'm gonna dupe a One Horn's Tome, but it's not because I want 3 One Horn's Tomes. It's because I want a One Horn's Tome guaranteed as early as I can get it. I don't seriously want 3 in the deck. I just want to have them more, I want to have the deck be, more dilute with, I want the deck to be more diluted with them. There we go. Don't know why that sentence was so hard for me. First turn, draw 3 tomes. That wouldn't be awful. I would be able to play, well, I draw both of my minions, right? So I'd be able to play 2 of them. Okay, enemy center with armor 20. So if that prevents us from getting any slays, like a Gilded Wing having 180 health, that's pretty bad. Also, these Shade Wings are actually a huge problem. I'm gonna have to kill them with spells consistently, because otherwise, they deal 24 damage. Which is also known as a bad time for our Wickless Tycoon. With a higher density of tomes. There we go. Higher One Horn Saturation. Saturation is the word I was looking for as inverse to dilution. I can think you can do it if you set up high. That's what I'm thinking about at the moment. Because I've got the Inferno to clear a line. Well, clear a line, right? Spike of the Hellhorn and 3 One Horn's Tomes that are really, really good hits for getting the Hornbreaker Prince to where it needs to be. I can even just throw some damage on the mid lines with chump blocks, although I actually don't imagine we would survive the enemies. I want it. I want it. Okay, there's the Inferno. Also, One Horn's Tome in the opening hand. We actually should be able to play all of this, right? Yes. One Horn, Wickless. Fortify, drop a Dreg. A Fledgling on the top line in front. One Horn's Tome on you, which gets preserved, and then an Inferno. Getting the Inferno in the opening hand there was unreasonably good for us. Okay. Let's go... Molting Imp on this floor, actually. Yeah, Molting Imp on this floor. Okay, let's throw out a Draft and a Drag. The One Horn's Tome out, and then we're looking for... Yeah, Spike the Hellhorn's good enough as it is. Was One Horn's Tome always 5 cost? Yeah, it was either 3 or 4. I think it was 3. It was ridiculously easy to cast. What's making spells cost 0? This is the Flicker's Liquor. Whenever you play a unit, a random card in your hand is reduced to cost 0 for the turn. It was the first relic I took. So I've been building around it the entire time. I think it was 4? It was 4. Okay, cool. I might have just been thinking about how commonly I would cost reduce it. I'm going to kill my own unit there. The point is I actually want to decrease the amount of damage that the Gilded Wing takes so that I can guarantee the Hornbreaker gets the kill on the top line. Okay, that dies, that attacks, then we get the Slay, great. Transcend Imp. I like it, but I don't think I have enough imps stacked in it yet to be worthwhile. At least unless I had like an X-cost card. Okay, so one thing we definitely have to do is just take you out so you don't deal a ridiculous amount of damage to us. That'll have to do. Salty Job, thank you very much for the 3rd month of a tier 1 subscription. Says, hey Ryan, which is the most challenging tribe combo to run in Monster Train according to me? Thank you very much for this subscription, by the way. Enjoy remotes in chat and welcome back to the Republic, Salty Job. For me, it might just be the ones that I understand the least. So I think it might be Melting Remnant with Stygian. Because, like, you can't have a pure Melting Remnant run. As in, you can't have Melting Remnant beat both your allied and primary clan. So it's always put with something. But the thing is, no matter what I pair it with, I almost always choose to go extremely down that line and ignore the Melting Remnant. I think it's just anything Melting Remnant is in at the moment, except for Umbra, because those two have the Harvest synergy that makes them a lot easier to run together. Okay. Memories of the Melted would be fine, but I don't need it. I'm gonna cast the actual thing I meant to do. There we go. Oof. That was a whole way better order I could have done all of that in. Remnant's Awoken is pretty tough. What do I know about Remnant Awoken? Do I know anything about Remnant Awoken? No, again, I probably just go mostly into my Remnant. Sorry, Awoken rather. Okay, Impish Scholar, glad to see you. I just want the Impish Scholar to be stacked into the Transcend Imp for when the Transcend Imp gets played. Ah. Excellent. The only problem here is I worry the Wickless Tycoon needs the armor. Based on what's about to happen. We got 2 Hornbreaks left in the deck. I think I can do this. Throw out a chump blocker as well. Yeah, I think I can get it done. Oh, 2 One-Horn's Tomes. Gotta love that. All right. I am not going to have the ability to cast both of those. Or at least it would take a ridiculous amount of luck for me to be able to cast both of those. So I think I now just go throw out all of the torches and then a Fledgling Imp, which decreases the cost of One-Horn's Tome. Cool. I love the Inferno for that bottom line right now. Let's play everything else that we can first, though. Ugh. Top line's having a rough time right now. Actually, no, it's fine. As long as the living... Yeah, no matter what happens, we've got the Hornbreaker Prince with the kill. So you go there. We'll go 1, 2... For the rage, as well as a little bit of block. Draft, and everything is now empty. Great. Kill the dazed one. Throw down the Transcend Imp for ridiculous stats and ridiculous. It should be 2 triggers of armor. I think it is 2 triggers of armor. Okay. 1 big Spike of the Hellhorn, 1 big Inferno. And immediately bring the Wickless Tycoon back. This Endless, honestly, has been impressing me. It's been impressing me a lot more than I thought it would. Got it. The damage on that Hellhorn is so good. Ooh, important work. That might just be useful just for killing the imps, like not for the energy. We could even take an Impeter Box. Not gonna have a hard time getting a whole lot of extra triggers for Transcend Imps and even possibly Transcend Imps. Let's look at what we're going into the next area for, right? Merchant of Magic. I mean, we have nothing to do with a Merchant of Steel other than the double removal, so we're probably going to the Merchant of Magic. If we go to the Merchant of Magic, holdover is really good on the important work. So let's think about all of the things. Like, consume removal, really good. Excavated Ember wants that. Holdover, really good. Obviously, there's the important work wants that. I mean, consume removal, many things want it, right? Double stack, the Spike of the Hellhorn wants that. Spell damage, both the Hornbreakers want that. Yeah, I think I go important work. Not just because it's good, but I'm choosing it over the Impeter Box because this gives me another good upgrade that I can get from a magic shop. I don't think I need any of these. Important work is guaranteed to be playable because of Impsicle. Agreed. Yep, that's true. Where are you putting my Ashes of the Fallen? Units cost -2 is actually a huge upgrade here because it means that now units can't make each other cost 0 with the Flicker's Liquor. So they have to make my spells cost 0. Also, all of my imps are free. I'm probably going to go wild with removals after this with a purchase, so I'm not going to buy a Precious Plating here just because I have a bunch of money. Friendly units gain 5 armor as they enter the battlefield is Not great, actually. It makes it much harder for me to kill my own imps with the torches. It means that I have to wait for important work or the horn breaks, which pierce through to actually kill them. Wow, we got really bad relics. Keep playing 15 armor, if anything. Oh, I'm almost certainly going to. Sorry, no, it depends. I might purge more cards than that. Would have the ability to provide for us. So the problem here is my energy generation comes from Flicker's Liquor, as well as from my excavated embers. So after I cycle through my deck for the first time, and if I have all of my minions played, I'm getting 1 imp a turn. That 1 imp a turn gives me the ability to save, you know, some energy on a One Horn's Tome, but not everything. I need to worry about where do I get my energy in the second cycle. Well, actually, no, the important work gives me the ability to play One Horn's Tomes already. Fine. This can go on anything, basically. I wouldn't be sad to see it go on an Excav Ember. Spike of the Hellhorns. Spike of the Hellhorn is a really good investment in a possible, like, Transcend Imp or, like, Pyre Chompers. Remove Consume from an Ember and hope to recost it down after. I mean, I could do that immediately, but it's just, like, it's not super impactful. Okay. Decrease cost of one of the torches. Purge another one out of the deck. That's so it can't get cost decreased when I play other minions. Now, as for the dupe, duping important work isn't great here because, you know, eventually we will actually run out of the ability to fund it. I could actually see like a straight up dupe on an Excavated Ember just to be faster in playing my One Horn's Tomes. I don't need more multi-strike is the thing though, like at all. But I guess I don't really desperately need any of these. I want my setup to be faster, and I have the Spike of the Hellhorn, so I want more energy in my first cycle. I'm taking the Excavated Ember. Scholar wouldn't have been an awful pickup there, Kuchi. I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. Okay. Now, as for purging. So the dregs and drafts here are just kind of like for making everything cost less. So let's first take out the torches that are not upgraded in any way. Spike was nerfed last patch. If I'm not wrong, it was X -1 and not X times 2 - 1. What do you mean X times 2 - 1? So this said it casts for X -1, and it's just substituting the X -1 that used to be up here down into here. It works the same. This just makes it clearer what the result is. The torch. And do I go for one more removal now? Or do I pick up the Pyre Wall? I think I'll pick up the Pyre Wall. I think the one more removal is not necessarily going to be as impactful as that. Go to Seraph the Temperate. We should be fine. So we enter with Sap 3, but we also enter with Rage 3, so they balance out. Do I set up on the bottom floor? I think I can. It's those two. Then we... Oh, you have harvest triggers. That I think I can was, it turns out wrong. It's fine, I'll catch you in a moment. Dang. Okay, we got a Pyre Chomper, we have an Excavated Ember, we have... This is good hand. Good hand. So, start off with Space Prism. That got preserved. Great to see it. For a Dreg there, it's almost certainly just going to die. For a Draft here, guess what? Almost certainly the same fates. I'm going to lose the Wickless Tycoon there. Bring him back. Found him. I need more spells for killing those backliners, like, desperately. Absolute desperate requirement for us right here. This is getting real dodgy. Extra multi-strike tome. Should probably just pad again. Save some more health, I think. And then top floor. Oh, top floor they won't even be able to attack. They're not going to be able to attack here either, though. Maybe the bottom floor setup wasn't the best idea. I think it was going to be so proactive. I've made mistakes. I'd love Imp-a-Box to give me a Molting Imp right here, please. Why do you give me almost what I want and then take it away? Is this a form of torture? Because it feels like it. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I mean, we will clear that line, right? But let's do the obvious defensive stuff first. Multi-strike. No, multi-strike. Gosh, if I could have given you quick somehow. I mean, this saves 24 health. It's huge. I have to do that. And then throw out the final. Seems stable now. Oh, don't do that to me. As soon as you say that, it's going to stop being stable. Okay. Got another one of those multi-strikers for you. See if I can get a kill for the top line. That's a no on the kill for the top line. How about now, though? Extremely no. It's fine. The Pyre Wall doesn't even die to that, though. Armor, Fledgling goes on the bottom line, and then spike him. We're almost killing the... We're killing, rather, half of the Seraph the Temperance health here. Second imp on top would have killed it. No, it wouldn't have. They entered dazed. We're in Covenant 9. Okay. Fortify, throw out the Molting Imp and eat it. Molting Imp, eat it every single turn would be the best solution for us here. Let's go for space, excav. Are any of these needed for anything? No? Is it not the end round next turn? I think it might be. Brocham just says, hey, I hit Covenant 17 today. Congratulations. What are you thinking about it? Also, because I haven't had much experience asking other people, but I'd love to know, what did you find the most difficult hump in the Ascensions to go over? Was there any point at which you had to significantly modify your playstyle specifically for the Covenant level? I mean, the answer here is actually Tome, right? Yeah, it is, because then... No, wait, it's... Yeah, it's Tome, and then Spike the Hellhorn, and then we actually already won. Get him! Not even gonna wait for you to start the boss phase. Yeah, okay, it literally would have started next turn. I thought that was gonna be it. Yeah, I think it was Covenant 14 or 15. Basically, after they added the dupes to the starter cards and trashing the deck, plus increased merchant costs. Yeah, that was rough. Merchant costs is like... Is merchant costs... Yeah, merchant purge is 16. Merchant rerolls was 11. Merchant costs is 18. Oh, it hurts so much. You can't, like... take a rare, reroll, and then take a common from the first areas, which is the real killer for me. Days on the top floor is the hugest change. It's one of the largest, certainly, that I've done so far. Damage taken. I topped my damage taken. In a build that was not a regen build, I somehow managed to top my damage taken. All right. Good run. Good run right there.